Good afternoon, and welcome to Introduction to Speech Communication. I'm Terrence Lewis, and this is my informative speech. I'm here to inform you how fans relate to Janet Jackson's personal journey as an entertainer, and as a humanitarian, she makes her actions speak as loud as her words. Think of one of your favorite songs by any artist that you constantly replay because of the message within. Think about situations in your life where the song has described them almost word for word. Knowing others listen to that very song because of its catchy tune or its constant radio airplay, this song holds personal meaning to you. Now imagine the artist's full body of work, including that song, the LP, the CD, or the album, or for some, even the cassette. Upon listening to it, you realize the LP is a complete story that sends the message of all situations you've experienced during a certain period of your life. What do you know about this artist's life that you share a common bond with? What is it about their work that made it so personal to you? How did it affect the decisions you made to handle your life situations? What attitude did you develop from it that made you the person you are today in society? For more than 3 decades, Janet Jackson has touched the minds and souls of many. Each album recording has been a testament of her life and a reference to what I'm speaking about today. In 2001, Miss Jackson was honored at the first MTV Video Icon Awards. One of her producers, James Harris, was quoted in an interview prior to the event. He stated, "If you want to know what's going on in Janet's life, simply listen to her music." As I've listened and absorbed her music through the years, it has helped many people in many ways, just knowing that they're not alone and that there are others who face similar feelings. Janet Jackson was born the last of 9 children in Gary, Indiana. She later moved with her family to Los Angeles, California, as her older brothers built a career in the music industry. She joined them on tours and became a child actress. Her childhood was consumed with work. However, she relates to feeling left out, lonely, emotionally insecure, and internalizing all of her pain. She has spoken about how she was teased as a child, at school for her fame, at home for her looks, and how she continuously felt unattractive. As a teenager, Miss Jackson continued acting and went into singing at her father's request, but her first 2 albums proved unsuccessful. After graduating high school, she rebelled against her very strict parents and ran away to Michigan to elope with her first boyfriend. This marriage only lasted 9 months, but as the media portrayed the annulment as pressure from her family, Jackson set the record straight in her book, True You, at the last straw was his drug addiction. As this left her searching for herself and trying to figure out her next move, she decided she wanted her music. And with the help of several friends, her destination for independence and finding her voice began. She moved away from home to record the album that would be her trademark and first inspiration to the world, titled Control. Jackson wanted her music to express how she felt, and each album after that went on to do the same. With her fourth release, Rhythm Nation 1814, she challenged social issues, education, poverty, empowering children, and racism. With her Rhythm Nation tour, she donated $500,000 to education projects and raised another $450,000 to United Negro College Fund, as well as thousands for nonprofit education programs to prevent student dropouts. According to an article in Jet magazine in 1991, Jackson met 2 of her fans after a concert who changed their lives by going back to school because of her music and education assistance. 2 other teens met with her after another concert and testified to her that they dropped out of school just being sick of it, but after listening to her record, it inspired them to go back and graduate. One of the teens quoted, "I know some people don't think a song or album can change one's life, but that's not so in our case." Janet Jackson has spoken about many other subjects through her music as years pass by, such as AIDS, death, depression, advocating equality for all sexual orientations. With every lyric, she has acted on the cause. In the Out in Hollywood Daily News site in 2008, we learned that she did a public service announcement to combat hate crimes after a 15-year-old was murdered for being gay. She has voiced her support for the LGBT community in her 1997 album The Velvet Rope with a song entitled Free Zone. She was awarded the Vanguard Award at GLAAD Media and openly supported the Trevor Project. She's also an ambassador for AMFAR, raising awareness for the AIDS epidemic. Janet's The Velvet Rope was a milestone in her career where she dealt with depression and continued emotional insecurity. She wrote and sung about these things, knowing your true self-worth, the death of a close friend to AIDS, and others subjects as well. But after several more successful album journals, the world has been able to identify with her natural feelings of anger and remorse from painful events such as divorce, failed relationships, family issues, being comfortable with being alone, fluctuating weight changes, and the death of her older brother. In summary, most of us hold celebrities with high regard, thinking their life is much easier because of money. But it's safe to say that Jackson has endured many of the same situations that we all can relate to in spite of her successful career. Jackson has used her work to inspire many people to get their education, embrace themselves for who they are, and know their self-worth. Her impact on society has been a positive experience for millions of people. Though her personal life, her lyrics, beliefs, and actions, she shared with all of us in the world. Jackson quoted in one of her works, "In complete darkness, we are all the same. It is our wisdom and knowledge that separate us. Don't let your eyes deceive you." Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you so much, guys. I'd love to introduce you to my wonderful audience. Here we have Natalie, Michael, and Julia.
Hey class.
I thank you guys so much for listening to my speech and for spending a little time with me. And a good day to all. Thank you.